Episode 86. Cold Knight was utterly bewildered. The 10th server was truly haunted, with so many experts suddenly emerging out of nowhere. This just wasn't the usual style of Glory. In ordinary online games, each server is its own world. Players who struggle in old servers often start fresh when new ones open, hoping to dominate and control the new realm. But in Glory, all top players eventually gather in the heavenly domain. No matter how arrogant you are in server 1, 2, 3, or 4, if someone asks and you don't even have the qualification to enter the heavenly domain, then you're just a joke. In Glory, veterans can use their old accounts to support new ones financially and with combat power. Therefore, the vast majority of veterans who come to pioneer in the new server are those like Cold Knight Pool, here for the sake of guild management. But now, not only had they encountered an unprecedented expert like Lord Grimm, but this person also claimed to be able to find players whose skill level could rival his and Ye Shiyu's. Although he and Ye Weiyang were far from professional players, they were still considered high level among regular gamers. They are the elite among elites in Tyranny. In Blue Brook Guild, they're considered top-tier experts like the Five Greats. Yet, Lord Grimm seemed to easily gather several of them, leaving Howling Heights utterly bewildered. How could Cold Knight not be curious about the person Lord Grimm was recruiting?
You guys go ahead and level up on your own. Since no one else will touch this record anyway, I'll help you break it once I level up.
Then we'll be in touch.
Cold Knight Ravine isn't in a hurry right now. He would eventually see what characters Lord Grimm would bring. Thus, he and Ye Xiu left with lingering doubts. They've exhausted their Frost Forest runs, but they can still farm the Burial Grounds. Ye Xiu's Lord Grimm was only level 21, unable to enter the Burial Grounds. Next, we can only grind monsters for quests to level up. As he headed to the leveling area, Ye Xiu opened his friend list and called Steamed Bun Invasion. Brawler, a newcomer to Glory, is actually a good friend. Steamed Bun Invasion was a total noob, but after hunting Blood Gunner and running several dungeons, Ye Xiu saw his impressive hand speed and solid mechanics. His situation was similar to Tang Ru's, unfamiliar with Glory but possessing hand speed. In comparison, Steamed Bun Invasion's APM may not match Tang Ru's, but his coordination is superior. Look at this guy, obsessed with Glory's pinnacle. That hand speed was probably honed playing other action games. Bonnie Invasion was still in the Frost Forest dungeon. Tiang Qi and his team then randomly added another member for their final run. This group of players had average skill, their characters' equipment was mediocre, and their teamwork was equally unremarkable. Their dungeon clearing speed was truly painful to watch, consistently taking over 30 minutes to complete. Steamed Bun Invasion does have hand speed, but he's still a Glory noob. Therefore, his performance is heavily reliant on the commander. Only with an excellent commander thinking for him and directing his positioning and output can his hand speed be fully unleashed. Now their team's commander is Tian Qi, a mere veteran who can't even be called an expert. Steamed Bun Invasion replied swiftly, multitasking while slaying monsters in the dungeon.
I finished grinding. Let's talk later.
I didn't see your name on TV, did I?
It failed.
Ah, what a pity.
You go run the dungeon first. We'll talk later.
All right. Ye Xiu had been chatting with Cold Knight and the others for quite a while. Over on TNQ's side, their dungeon run was also nearly finished, and they cleared it smoothly not long after. 5 players crawled out of the dungeon, covered in dust and defeat. Tianqi and the others were extremely dissatisfied with their team's efficiency without expert brothers' presence, yet they had no choice but to accept it. Even watching his playstyle, they couldn't replicate it. This situation is just like Ye Xiu using the one-wave flow tactic against the major guilds. Blue River and his team certainly understood how this one-wave rush was executed, but they were equally unable to replicate it, because the skill level of the key figure at its core was simply beyond their reach.
Brother Expert,
The five-man team from Tiangqiai had lost their temporary addition. The remaining 4 members came over to greet Ye Xiu. They had heard about the failed record attempt. While in the dungeon, they checked the clear records and saw Lord Grimm's name listed in the second-place team, which was quite a distance behind the first-place team. Tiangqiai and the others guessed that Brother Expert was in a bad mood, so they just greeted him without saying much.
The current Frost Forest dungeon record is ridiculously high. To break it, you'll need a team with real skill.
It couldn't possibly be us, could it?
Tianqiu felt embarrassed. He had enough self-awareness to know their skill level was nowhere near that of the elite players from the major guilds.
What do you think of Steamed Bung's skill level?
Ban, Tiangqi, Su Mucheng, and Qian Shanglei all sent horrified emojis. The necessary words still had to be said.
Baozi still doesn't quite know how to play, right?
Steam Bun Invasion alone sent 3 terrified emoji.
He's not very skilled, but Baozi has pretty fast hand speed.
Is that so?
Tiangqiai and the other 2 were puzzled. They hadn't noticed this.
Yeah, my hands are really fast. How did you know, God?
I can see it now.
Actually, given Steamed Bun Invasion's unfamiliarity with the game, showcasing his true hand speed was quite a challenge.
But who exactly is Ye Xiu?
A textbook level figure who knows glory inside and out.
He judged the player's reaction speed, an APM, from just a few subtle maneuvers.
What he could perceive was not something just anyone could discern.
My hand speed is decent, but
Feeling like you can't unleash your full power. Ha. Yeah. Tonight, just follow me to Grand Mom's, and I'll give you some proper guidance.
great! Please give some pointers too, expert.
You still need my guidance. Just practice your hand speed to improve.
Hearing Ye Xiu's words, Tiangqi and the others were moved to tears.
I've been practicing all along.
Sometimes, there's just something called talent at play.
Brother Zhao, we know you're being tactful, but it still sounds quite direct.
Let's all go together. Even without talent, hard work can make up for it.